What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing guys a brand new video. We're going to be doing a mid taper on my boy, so stay tuned. We started off at the back taper, balding out with our Anise T outliners. Now that we're done balding them out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open, creating our second guideline. You want to make sure this guideline is about 1 inch so you can spread the blend. Also, remember to close the lever midway and all the way close to help you erase that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to the one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Remember, you're going to use this same guard and the lever to soften up the line and get it ready for the half guard. Remember to use your opposite hand to either stretch the skin or use your comb to lay the hair down. Now that the line is soft enough with the one guard, we can move on to the half guard and erase the line completely. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. One of my subscribers was recently having a problem blending between the no guard all the way open and the one guard. So, after you're done using your half guard and softening up that line, there sometimes is still a faint line, so using your no guard all the way open and tilting your blade at a 90-degree angle using the raking technique will help you erase that level that's between the half guard and the no guard all the way open. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to the two guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. With this same guard, we're going to soften up the line with the lever and get ready for the 1.5 guard. Now that the line is soft enough with the 2 guard, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Sometimes there's still a faint line, so moving on to your 1 guard all the way open and using its corners will help you erase that faint line. Now we're moving on to our 3 guard all the way open and we're going to begin to blend into the bulk. Now we're moving on to the top and we're debulking with the 5 guard all the way closed. Now I'm switching over to my 4 guard all the way open and we're blending into the 5 on top. After you're finished fading your first set, it's always good to go back in detail with your lower guards. A little piece of his hair was sticking up, so I saturated the calic area and combed it in place. Going back to what my subscriber was talking about, here I'm tilting the clipper at a 75-degree angle and I'm raking between the no guard all the way open and the half guard. Moving on to our Annis T outliners, we're starting off at the bottom and working our way to the top arch. Here you want to be very careful not to press too hard with the trimmer because you could nick them. You also want to make sure you take your time and make sure the hair is feeding into the trimmer. If not, the hair won't cut. Now that we're done with the lineup, we can move on to the taper and create our first guideline. You want to make sure you make this guideline curved so your taper could burst. Now that we're done butting them out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and follow that same curve shape. Now that we're done blending our initial guideline, we can move on to the one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Continue to follow that same curve shape. You also want to make sure you use your corners and not the full blade since it is a taper and it's a small area to blend. Moving on to our two guard all the way open, we're creating our fourth guideline and we're following that same curve shape using our corners. Now that the line is soft enough, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Detailing with our no guard all the way open and our half guard. Here we're using the 3 guard all the way open to blend into the 4 and the 5. Now that we're done with our taper and detailing, we can move on to the front line and debulk with our clipper over comb method. Here we're just bringing his very dark areas a little bit lighter just so it can match his light areas. Now that we're done debulking his hairline, we can move on to our Annis T outliners and start off in the middle and work our way to the sides. Remember to make sure you go slow and make sure the hair is feeding into the trimmer, because if not, the hair won't cut. Moving on to the C cup, we're starting off at the bottom and working our way to the top arch using the corners. Here we're going back to the taper using our 1 guard all the way open and our 1.5 guard all the way open. A lot of the times, once you're done lining them up, it reveals imperfections in the taper or fade, so going back and detailing is very important. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. I'm starting to realize that a lot of you guys aren't subscribed, about 92%, so I would appreciate it if you did. Here I'm trying to make this corner as crispy as possible by slowly feeding the hair into the trimmer. Moving on to our Turkish razor and Derby Premium blades, we're going to make them as crispy as possible, and we're also going to do his eyebrows. When using the razor, you always want to make sure you lather the skin with shave gel and you pull the skin as much as possible while keeping the razor at a 45-degree angle.